Well, Governor Reynolds says water quality in Iowa is non-negotiable.
And today she laid out nearly $320 million in new investments to help address the issue. KCCI's Bo Bowman is at the State House to explain exactly what the money will do.
This new proposal reallocates a lot of funding toward programs that Republicans like Governor Reynolds and Secretary of State Mike Nagg believe are already working in order to expand them.
Water quality isn't a farm issue, it isn't a city issue, and it isn't a political issue.
Governor Kim Reynolds released her new water quality proposal today in a press conference where she was joined by Iowa Secretary of Agriculture Mike Nagg and the CEO of Central Iowa Water Works Tammy Madsen. Professors from Iowa State University also spoke, saying the blame for high nitrates in our water doesn't rest solely on farming.
Although our annual crop system is the primary cause of nitrate losses, weather is the primary driver of year-to-year variability in nitrate losses.
Officials say the proposal will redirect money to water quality programs already in place, expanding their effectiveness. That includes $25 million to CIWW to expand their nitrate removal facility.
Expanding treatment capacity will reduce operational strain that can come from variability and weather impacts and improve system performance, particularly during peak demand periods.
The Iowa DNR will also receive $500,000 every year, specifically earmarked for additional water quality monitoring. Secretary Nagg says he's proud of the work already done to address water quality in Iowa, but adds that there is still a long ways to go.
There is no finish line when it comes to conservation, and what I mean by that is we should never be satisfied with where we are. We need to continue to advance.
This proposal will be one of the last measures the legislature takes up before they adjourn for session, and it is expected to pass both chambers and signed by the governor. At the State House, Bo Bowman, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
And water monitoring was one of the signature parts of today's announcement. It's a topic we've heard a lot about in the past few years. KCCI's chief investigative reporter Suzanne Bakey unpacks what that means for tracking pollution in our waterways. Suzanne.
Ben, water monitoring first got the spotlight at the State House today as part of Iowa Republicans' proposal for funding water quality initiatives. Monitoring happens already. KCCI Investigate looks at what this new funding could add.
Water monitoring, an issue scientists and environmental advocates say is crucial for Iowa to move the needle on water pollution.
Iowa Department of Natural Resources will receive an additional $500,000 annually for a total of $3.5 million a year to operate its statewide monitoring program.
That was part of today's big news on proposed funding for water quality. That $500,000 will go through the Department of Natural Resources to supplement water quality monitoring.
I think that we need more water quality monitoring, and as partners with us, our request is that those data are made publicly available.
Larry Weber directs the IIHR, formerly known as the Iowa Institute of Hydraulic Research. It operates a series of sensors in the state. Weber's encouraged by the governor's announcement.
People from all corners of Iowa want to keep this information flowing, and it's very reassuring to the work that we do that people from all sectors of Iowa really care about this.
There is a proposal for the IIHR's water monitors to receive $300,000 in state funding. Monies for the program were diverted to other areas of the state budget 2 years ago. Since then, different sources have made up the funding difference, such as county and local governments, and even a fundraising effort by the Isaac Walton Group. Carrie Johansson says this is a starting point.
Investing in water quality is good, right? Like we need to, but we need to do something new. We need to think about some new ideas, and continuing to invest in the same way of doing things that has just not been working with no accountability. We're throwing money at a problem in a way that has not really worked to this point.
KCCI Investigates reached out to the Department of Natural Resources for any details on how they plan to use that supplemental water monitoring funding. We did not hear back yet.
Suzanne.